everyone. I'm Eszter Vajda, and welcome to Empower Yourself with Britta Dubbels. We have a great topic today. Hello, Britta.
Hello, Esther. Hello, everybody who's watching. I hope everybody had a
Happiness.
wonderful, happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. And it's December 1st already. Can you believe it?
Oh, I know. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready for the year to close off. Although, we still have a little bit of stuff happening because, they're calling it the Mars effect. So, beginning December 7th, we're entering the Mars effect, and that's going to stretch through a great amount of 2014. And it's really going to create so much change and so much uproar and so much for all of us. So it's going to be quite exciting, but everybody hold on to your, seats and fasten your seatbelts.
Ooh, that's one of my mom's
Yes.
favorite sayings. Fasten your seatbelt.
Fasten your seatbelt, lady and gentlemen.
So, our
Yes.
topic today is happiness, and happiness is a choice. Um,
Yes.
Britta, happiness, like, isn't that something that happens to us?
Well, it's that's what everybody thinks, right? People think they look at somebody who smiles a lot, and I personally am being perceived as a happy person often, right? Oh, you're just a happy person. You're just lucky. You're just happy, right? But it's not the truth. Although, let me just be a little bit more specific, because yes, we do come in with a certain kind of attitude toward life. And very early on in life, we learn from our parents, from our caretakers, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? So a certain amount of attitude, a certain amount of chemical existence is a part of it, but everybody can shift to of the glass being half full, right? Because my life isn't easy. You know, I've been going through so many years of just going and working and staying committed and working on myself and walking my talk. And it's not easy. I have many challenges in my life, and but it's about understanding that you choose a perspective of the silver lining. You choose to look at challenges with the attitude of, okay, how can I greet this? How can I find, and where's the possibility here? Where's the solution here? And how can I use this to strengthen myself more? Right? Because I mean, all these years I've just gotten stronger and stronger and stronger and better yet. And I'm going to continue on that path. And that is what brings me happiness.
Yes. And so, happiness as a choice. So, inevitably during the day, you find yourself stressed. We talked a bit earlier um, that, just getting ready for this conversation today, I had so much stress for some reason. But it's really a choice for me to look at it really as a gift. What do I need to learn right now to get to the next level, to be happier? And instantly, as I said that, Britta, I became happier.
Mm. Yes, yes. I think that's fabulous because, I think one of the great ways in which we want to really interact with ourselves is that communication. I am a strong believer and a strong promoter in self talk, but positive self talk. How
Mhm.
can I, okay, how can I deal with this right now? Or what do I need right now? What should I do right now so I can calm down, take yourself out of the stress thoughts. You know, talk with yourself, right? I think it's such a great tool and easy to find, the right angle.
And so, in getting ready for this, Britta, too, I heard these voices of, beating myself up. Oh, I should have done this. I should, the stress is my fault. And so talk a little bit more about this self-talk and what kind of
Yes.
words should we be using?
Right, right, right. Okay, good question. So the self-talk, I think it's really something that you want to obviously have in a positive sense, right? As soon as you notice yourself wanting to, oh, why didn't I do this? And I should have, and oh my God, I can't believe I didn't pay attention to that, right? So the second you actually notice yourself stressing yourself out or beating yourself up or be right, you just want to notice it and okay, stop. That is not the way I'm going to speak with myself any longer, right? Because we don't want anybody else talking that way with us. So why is it okay for ourselves to speak that way with ourselves, right? And so once you've recognized and you keep stopping yourself from negative self-talk, then you play with it, right? You find your own way of communication, but some of the ideas would be, okay, I am feeling this way. Acknowledge to yourself how you're feeling. Okay, I'm feeling stressed. Okay, I'm just going to take a few deep breaths. Acknowledge to yourself how you're feeling. Remind yourself to breathe. Remind yourself to, okay, this too shall pass. This is just a moment of stress. But if you've just stopped yourself from negative self talk, you have to breathe through the consequences of that because you will have emotional follow through, right? Because thought creates emotion. So, okay, how am I feeling right now? Okay, let it pass through you because no thoughts are going to allow for it to pass through you. It's just energy, right?
Right.
And then from there, once you're feeling a little more neutral, once you're feeling a little bit better again, that's when you go, okay, where do I go from here? What would help me right now? What do I want to focus on right now? Perhaps being forgiving with myself, perhaps being patient with myself, perhaps saying, okay, let's start fresh right now, clean slate,
Yeah.
or say to yourself, okay, so I learned from that. And
Yes.
as long as we keep learning, we keep getting better. We're here to learn. If we were meant to be perfect, this whole earth play wouldn't exist, right?
Mhm.
So we always want to pick ourselves up like a parent,
Yeah.
parenting ourselves, where you can say to yourself, oh, it's okay, it's all right, let's just look at it and learn from it. And so from here, you'll remember it next time and you learn to manage your time better. And right, we want to be supportive with ourselves. And so however that communication comes out to yourself, it may take a little time. It may even feel weird to you to have this conversation with yourself in a positive sense because we're so used to beating ourselves up, right?
And the interesting thing is, I think about the words and the way I speak to myself. I wouldn't speak to another person like that. I wouldn't criticize or be upset with another person the way I am with myself.
Yes, yes. And I think that that goes for most people. For most people, and there's this wonderful saying that is actually a very truthful saying that goes, we always hurt the ones closest to us, right? And
Yes.
who's closer to us than our own self, right? And then from here, we're in the greatest comfort zone within ourselves, right? We really let it all hang out in a negative way, right? But
Yes.
then from there, it does spill over when we're in a relationship or with our parents, and so to start this positive and supportive communication with the self is going to shift you in how you appear and also interact with others.
Yes.
So it's a wonderful way, and it's going to make you feel better, right? Because that happiness is not a destination. It is a conscious choice, again and again and again.
Say
And
that
the
again
more
because
you,
that's so important. That's so critical. Happiness is
yes,
not a destination, it's
it
a
is a
conscious
conscious choice in every moment, again and again and again. Because oftentimes people think that when they go onto this spiritual path, that I'm going to be happy all the time, life is going to be good and easy. Oh, what a misperception, right? Or if I only have that house, or when I get that great job, or
I
when
will
I
be happy
finally
then.
have that I will be happy then. Exactly.
Mhm.
um Not the case. Not the case at all. And the sooner we understand that happiness is created by you in every moment. And if you're already happy, good. Just, soak it up and acknowledge and enjoy it even more, and say to yourself, I feel good right now.
Mhm.
Actually, it feels so nice to be at peace, or you're really feeling good and you look outside and you see nature, or you see your child, or you see somebody you love or care about, right? Acknowledge the good moments as well,
Yeah.
right? Because happiness is created, you know, in that programming, molecular, chemical production kind of a way, right? It's you really have to understand that if you're that half glass half empty kind of a person, it's going to take a little bit more of an you know commitment on your end to again and again and again shift yourself from negative thinking into, okay, so where's the silver lining here? How can I see this in a positive? How can I see solution? How can I see I'm here to learn something from this,
Yes.
right? Because in the end, there is the neural wiring in your brain, and the chemical production that has to shift as well, right? Because attitude, remember, is programmed all the way deep, deep, deep down into your biology.
Yes. And we often think, you mentioned if I had this house, if I had that job, if I meet the right person, I'll be happy. But other people don't necessarily make us happy, and it has to come from within.
Yes, yes, absolutely. It has to. And I think that we're going to all be recognizing that more and more and more, because everybody is so focused on the outside, right? And it is such a setup. It is such a setup. And yes, you may get temporary happiness, right?
Hmm.
You meet somebody, you're in love, everything is great. Woohoo! You feel that energy, you feel that zest. But that's going to shift again. You get that car, you get that house, you get that job. Yeah, are you going to have that initial, woo, I made it. Yeah, right? That ego sensation? Yes. Is it going to last? No. Nothing on the outside is going to last.
Yes.
And so your happiness can only come from the inside, going with the fluctuations of life, going with the changes, going with the unexpected shifts that may happen, right? Don't put your happiness into the hands of the illusion.
Ooh, love that. Hmm. So, I mean, you talk about, yes, there's some unexpected things that happen, but there are some sure things that you can do yourself to increase your vibrations and become happier. For me, you talk about nature, going out into nature. is one way. What are some of the other things that you can do for yourself to be proactive in getting happy?
Yes, yes, yes. So again, it's all about the inside, right? And a great deal of happiness has to do with you going inside. And so whenever you notice yourself being frustrated about something on the outside, whenever you notice yourself getting angry or fearful or sad, right, or disappointed, whatever it may be that is bothering you on the outside, that is always right then and there your signal to shift.
Yes.
Breath, breath. Okay, let me just focus on the inside. How am I feeling? How am I doing? When you breathe through this, no thoughts. Give yourself that respect.
Yes.
Give yourself that acknowledgement. It's going to make all the difference in the world. You may have to do it for a little while, but
Yes.
every time you do it, you will recognize how much better you feel just by you giving yourself a little step back, just by you giving yourself that moment with yourself, that acknowledgement, that time, that attention. Because we
Yes.
all want it from the outside, but we're the ones having to give it to ourselves, really.
And Britta, as we go into this really stressful time for a lot of people, and the the daylight hours are less, and often
Mm.
holidays are cause for stress more than ever. I think what you're saying is so important.
Yes, yes. And of course, there are other ways in which we make ourselves happy too, right? So make time for yourself, exercise, eat right, get good sleep, right? I mean, it's just plain maintenance,
Yes,
right? Like the way you take a shower or brush your teeth, make sure you get yourself to work out. Make sure you get yourself to eat right. If you didn't eat well yesterday, make sure you eat well today, right? It's everything in balance. It's just like a sense of awareness.
yes.
But yes, Esther, especially going into the holiday season, people go nuts. People go nuts. I mean,
Yes.
right? And I mean, gosh, this whole Black Friday thing, I was just like thinking to myself, holy smokes. Right? Here the day before Thanksgiving, we're giving gratitude and thanks for everything we have. And the next day, everybody runs out. Just wild. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be faster than you. I'm gonna get there before you. Yeah.
The stress. Yes.
Crazy, crazy. And
So,
yeah, and then all the gifting for Christmas and all the Christmas parties and all the family and occasions, the socialness. It's gonna be a busy time coming up, and shift your attitude into finding enjoyment. Don't let yourself say, I have to. Oh gosh, no, I have to do that. Oh, and I still have to do that. No, stop yourself. Have to is not an empowered way of speaking. You want to find empowered language. You want to say, okay, I am going to do this. I choose to do that. I choose to go to that party. And I'm choosing to be okay with it.
yes.
You know what I mean? Like, take charge, take control.
Yes. And again, let's leave it with your final thought. It's not a destiny, it's a conscious choice. Love that, Britta.
Not a destination.
Not
Not
a
a destination.
destination.
It is your destiny.
Right.
Right? It
Destination.
is our destiny. It is our destiny. It's I believe it is why we come here. The
Yes.
reason we come here is to find the truth, to find the true meaning of happiness. And that's within ourselves. And that is the quest of life.
Yes.
When we can get there, when we can find that, life becomes an adventure. Life becomes a playground, right? Where we all of a sudden get to try things and look to manifest and, ooh, let's see how this is going to work out. But from a place of inner strength, from a place of inner detachment, from a place of inner happiness. So the outside never dictates, the outside never identifies
Yes.
who you are, right?
Love that. I love that. On that note,
On that
brittadubbels.com. Um,
note.
and make sure you check us out on Facebook, either
Mhm.
under Hometown Talents and Treasures or Britta Dubbels, where we have
Mhm.
all of our past spreecasts and chats. So, Britta, thank you for another awesome, awesome, empowering discussion.
Oh, it is my pleasure. And thank you, Esther. It's always so great to see you.
You just put a
Right? And
huge
spend
smile
time
on my
with
face.
you. Oh, good. Oh, good. Thank you, everybody, for watching and sticking with our beautiful Spreecast series, which we're going to be putting out into the world, right? We're going to
Yes.
go into YouTube and all that good stuff soon,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Get the word out there.
yes. That's right.
Love you, Britta.
Love you too. Say hello to your family. Mwah. Blessings all around. Bye.
Bye.